So you want to know how to fly. That's why you clicked on this video, right? I'm going to be teaching you all the tips and tricks that you should know. First of all, pick a kite. Doesn't really matter. My personal favorite is the green. So, just grab that. So first of all, something that I see a lot of people struggle with is the takeoff. So, it's quite simple to do. And if you don't know how to do it, it's something that you should learn how to do. First of all, you can kind of angle it by pointing your hand up or down. Make sure that your hand is pointed up. Then, move flat and try and time the ground hits as much as you can and just fly into here. Now, you might want to get more air or speed or anything like that. So, we're going to start with the speed. In order to get more speed, you want to point upwards or downwards. If you're not in the wind tunnel, I would recommend pointing downwards slightly. For an example, if I point downwards in the wind tunnel, I don't go very high up or very fast. And then if I point up here, I don't have too much control and I'm not going very fast. If I just keep it straight, then you don't really have a constant... You can't really speed up or slow down at certain points. For example, I'm just turning, keeping it steady, and you just kind of slow down a little, and then you lose the ability to turn. Now, let's try the correct way to do it. Well, just one of the easier ways. Make sure that your hands are on here to make it easier. And look at how much faster we can turn. Look at how much faster we're just going. And something that you do want to know how to do is whenever you're in there, you want to try and, in order to get as much speed as possible, go downwards into here and then point upwards. You'll get loads of speed. So, let's just land back at the center. You can point downwards if you want to avoid that and you're going fast enough. This also means that if someone who is untagged, if you get enough speed and build up, you can just dive on them. Almost like a bird. Okay, now on to the turning, which you should know how to do. But I do see a lot of people asking questions on how to turn. So, here's how. In order to turn, you just want to pull your arm down or push it up in the direction that you want to go. So for an example, right arm down for right arm up for left arm down for left, and left arm up for right. Now, in order to make more wide turns, make sure that your arms are kind of spread out like this. In order to make sharp turns, make sure that your controllers are basically touching and you can turn super fast. So let's just test it out. Got some super far apart. And yeah, you can turn a tiny bit, but you're not going to be turning as quickly. So make sure that they're kind of on or in the middle. And then I'm going to try it like this. Just look at how much faster you can. This is a super easy way to get out of danger and make sure that nobody can tag you. And then you can just spread it back out for easier shots. Now, you do want to grab on. Why did they add these, you might be wondering? I'll tell you. So that you can grab them, and as I like to call it, slingshot off. Now, you can do it upward for a little boost, and then do this, which basically just gives you a bit more speed. Or, just let me... And if you land, just make sure that you automatically point your hand upwards, and then do that. Okay, I find these ones are pretty easy to grab onto. Or, you can wait on it, swing it backwards, and then just launch yourself. With the momentum. This basically means that you can, get a little speed back if you land. So for an example, I just landed there. I could hit into stuff and stuff like that. So now, you might notice that, do you really think someone's gonna notice which sleeve is which? So, sit here, and using the ways that we know how it works, we can fully circle all the way around, and then get to here. This is why green is one of my favorite colors. Because you can set down your green. Oh no. You can set down your color right here. And then grab these two. Watch one. Launch the other. And then launch the third and final, which is you. And if you're skilled enough, you might even be able to grab them. Although very difficult, because you need to be going at the same speed, if not faster, yada yada yada. You get it. Now, you might be hearing that little whoosh sound whenever you go close to something. That is a good sound. It gives you a slight boost in speed. And you can use that boost for an advantage. For an example, all of these are built in almost like a certain shape where you can just head right in between. Now, it is kind of hard, like certain ones, but if you're slowing down and you can hit into a tree, I would recommend it. Because you can just launch off of the tree, giving you a bit of extra speed, which might just help. Now, you might be saying, well, I can't use these since I only have control. Well, you can. It's a bit more difficult. So, remember how I said turning works. Up and down work. You can also do the same thing, but it's a lot slower. Make sure that one of your hands is in the very center, the function. For this example, I'll just use this to try and line it up with the leaf. And then, if you keep your hand steady, you should be able to upwards and go down a little and get some decent speed. So you can use this with one hand, two hands, close hands, or long arms. Well, let's be honest. You probably won't find any down here, because people, you'll need to require them to give you if you're not one of the first people. So I'll show you some spots where there are some. Let's go. So first, we have 2 lots right there. Secondly, there's 2 little groups. One right there, and then one over there. They each have 2 of them each, so it should be like right above you. Now, there is one more, and that's the one where the decoys are, up there. So, if you find someone with these who doesn't really want to give it up, you can just tell them, hey, can you look up there, over there, and over there, and see if there is one, and just throw it down. Now, you used to be able to hold 2 of them at once, which made you go at ludicrous speeds, much faster than you can go with one. Although they removed it only about an hour after the update came out, so if you got to use it, you were quite lucky. But now I'll show you. See this one right here? Now, you can throw your thing and hide somewhere, because, well, it's pretty easy to hide considering all the clouds and stuff. But it does mean that if someone sees you, you're pretty screwed. For an example, let's say my friend was just circling trying to find me. The only quote-unquote safe spot that I could go is in between those trees. And even then, if they spotted me, they could just dive bomb really quickly. Now, you might be wondering, well, how do I dive bomb? It's pretty easy. So, there's a difference between dive bombing and crash landing. Get it right, kids. So, basically, dive bombing is whenever you point it directly at the ground in order to tag someone. Now, of course, you can just pull up, but that's pretty difficult. And crashing is basically whenever your hands spaz out and you have absolutely zero control. But you can go faster than your average rock monkey with these, just by on the ground. Which means that if you have one of these and a lava monkey doesn't, as long as they're not really, really good at the game, you might actually be faster than them. Now, of course, I'm not aware if there is or is not a way to get out, but there is one secret way to get outside of the map. And let's just say it doesn't involve this. So first of all, you want to head to the start. Now, of course, it is somewhat difficult to get out, and you can't get out, but it is a very good hiding spot and extremely difficult to attack someone. Also, just standing in a kind of dented spot, for an example, right here, also means that they would need to ditch the glider. I'm sure that if you made your code 999, you'd be pretty invisible if you just let go of your glider. So, on to the secret spot, aka the bonus bar. Oh, no, it's really difficult because of this, which means that unless someone knows, they can't get in here. So you just want to fall down slowly, and then you can stick your hands here, or under here if you even want. And, yeah, it almost does that. You can pretty quickly do that, but I wouldn't recommend. So, yeah, that's all you really need to know about the map. Oh, yeah, also, whenever you are a lava monkey, your kite turns lava color. Now, one last thing I need to show you guys. And that is insane. Now, you've probably seen this, but this thing, whenever I first seen it, I didn't check out the clouds map, so I was wondering, hey, where's this thing? I thought it just flew around the cloud, but no. If you buy this, you get this included. So you get a holdable plus a leaf skin. So we can probably assume that there might be some more leaf skins coming. And if you're really into that, then yeah, I'd save up some of your shiny rocks. I'm 100% gonna buy it. Now, that's about it for this update. And if you were wondering, no, it didn't change. But it will change next update. Or next flashback. Although, I'm assuming the next update will be the next flashback. So, just showing you guys so that nobody knows. That map is still trash as hell. Well, that is all for today's video. I hope you enjoyed the subscribe, I guess. Your subscription is necessary. It isn't. So, basically, here's some more tips if you really want to. And here's some things you can take away from this video. In order for fast, sharp, and risky turns, hands together. In order for more graceful, easier to make turns, medium distance, or about just point your arm straight. In order to go fast, point it down. In order to go slower, point it up, unless you're in the wind tunnel. And finally, don't glitch out the leaves. It's so annoying for anybody else who actually wants one. If you're going to leave, or you see that your battery is at 1%, just drop the leaf and leave. Because if you don't, the leaf just gets stuck in the air, and someone needs to let go of their leaf and grab that leaf. Which is just wrong. It's too much work for someone else. I hate to say it. Oh well. that's about all for this video. I hope you enjoyed, and I'm gonna try and make some more content like this, maybe some Pokemon Go content, or maybe not. Oh well. Yeah, that's all. See ya.